Hello and welcome back to the Remembering Tuscola webcast. I'm David Porter. I'm here with our standard bearers, Mike Carroll and Bill Englehardt.
What does
Or
that mean, standard bearer? We
I don't
bear
know.
standard.
We need a
Standard.
flag.
Uh, I don't know. Is that the appropriate word? Standard bearer? You are the
You're the
bearer of the
flag.
standards. You're the ones who are always here and upright, and
Huh,
We set the standards
you set the standards. Yeah,
and we bear them.
you bear
big
them.
words.
Yeah, well, you blew one right over our head there, standard bearers. I
Well,
hope that's
it
the word.
just popped in my head. I didn't know if it was
I think
really
it is. I
Really.
really do. I think it is.
We're going to interpret that as a positive.
it was a better choice than curmudgeon.
Yeah. Been called other things.
Yeah, yeah.
So, what's going on? Anything? Just had Big Turkey Day, and you know what
Had a
I
big
found
turkey.
out the
Oh,
day before Thanksgiving. I'm doing genealogy work, just fiddling around on the computer, and it's decided to go up some maternal lines. A lot of times I go through the paternal lines, and I thought, well, let's see who are related to if we go this route.
I bet he went to Pocahontas.
I bet he did.
No, but my ex-wife was a direct descendant of Pocahontas.
That's what I thought.
But
I saw.
but my direct ancestor, my 10th great grandmother, was the first person off the Mayflower to touch Plymouth Rock.
Oh, yeah, Lucy Barnett.
No, Mary, Mary something. But she apparently got excited when they brought the smaller boat in from the ship, and she was in the
Yeah.
boat, got excited and jumped out of the boat and waded through the water to the rock. And as legend has it, she's the first
Yeah.
person off the Mayflower to touch Plymouth Rock.
I saw a they did a little Kodak film of that.
Hmm.
A little hallmark moment. And her
Oh,
father was the oldest person on the Mayflower and the first one to die in the colony. And he would have been my 11th great grandfather.
Was that smallpox? Got him?
I don't know what it was, but some
They
kind
had
of
an epidemic.
so if you trace the Engelhardt back, you go back what to the Third Reich.
I don't. You know
Y'all
what?
soon can walking.
Yeah, I decided not to follow that
well,
route.
we can all get to
Let's not look too deep.
No, I didn't. Yeah, don't go looking for something. You may find it.
if you go through the right line,
right next to him.
we're all descended from kings and queens, and everybody can find it if they're
Oh, we all
find the links.
Adam and Eve, but where did their two boys get those wives?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
Mm.
I don't know.
So,
But
David, you had a nice Thanksgiving, I hope.
had a nice Thanksgiving. Kind of a small gathering this year. I had a couple of people out sick, and turkey and ham and mashed potatoes, and
Where'd you go to?
my sisters.
Roberta?
Roberta.
Mhm.
Oh, good for her.
Yeah,
I'm glad someone's taking care of you.
I'm sure that it was
Yeah,
good.
my niece Morgan was there, who I've not seen in a long time, and so it's good to see her. Her middle name is Dallas, so she's got the relation in her
So
name.
you trace back to the Porters, the Dallases, and to Pocahontas.
Mhm.
I don't get to Pocahontas. My ex-wife did. So my children are descended from Pocahontas,
Oh, there, yeah.
but I'm not. In
My
fact,
mom goes back to Miles Standish.
Miles Standish.
Yeah. Dated his cousin, Larry Standish.
He's from Garrett.
Yeah.
Well,
He was married Garrett
Oh,
back in the 50s.
interesting that you say that. My 10th great grandmother, her father died within a year of the Mayflower, and her mother also died. So she was still a girl, and it's believed that she was then lived with Miles Standish.
I'll tell you, that guy got around because mom
Whoa.
Well,
dated him.
Mhm.
not in a relate, just finished raising her.
Oh, I see.
Did you see that turkey they had at the Packer game, at the end of the Packer game yesterday?
Mhm.
That thing was as big as this table.
Yeah, it's called a big turkey.
It was a big turkey, big game.
Did you watch the Althoff Class 1A football game this morning?
No, I didn't know. How'd that turn out?
Althoff would probably beat half the Big Ten teams.
Oh, goodness
They
gracious.
had defense in 6'5", 288 fast. And, they're monsters.
Yeah.
They're just killing. Lena Winslow killed everybody, and they're just killing Lena Winslow.
Wow. Did Monticello win?
No, it's on at 4 o'clock.
Oh, okay.
But Althoff could easily beat Monticello by 30 points.
Best 1A team ever.
Well, they've won the 3A twice. So here they are at 1A.
How
Catholic,
did they get to 1A?
Catholic
Oh, yeah.
schools, a lot of converts.
Mhm.
Apparently, if they win one year, they have to compete in a higher.
Well, it's the Catholic schools that screwed up. I mean, St. Teresa recruited these athletes, and they claimed they were 1A, real small, but they recruit the athletes. And Belleville Althoff has rated all of St. Louis for the best athletes. There's 2 or 3 signees for Division I football already.
How's that all work out academically?
They're great.
But yeah, it's kind of funny. If you're a really great athlete, you find Jesus.
That's right. Well, you do if you're Catholic. And please, I don't want any letters from my Catholic friends.
No.
Wait a minute, I don't have any Catholic friends.
No offense.
So don't worry.
Maybe we should go back to the Packer game. I don't even want to talk about the Bear game. I saw that.
That's the worst clock management since
They said that he's going to get axed.
Well, how about burn your timeout with 30 seconds to go? You still got 2 passes.
Mm-hmm.
And if you get closer to a field goal, then down the ball, run up and spike it.
They're still talking about it today. It's just a mess.
He doesn't do well under pressure.
No.
So did you guys have a good Thanksgiving?
Yes, it was good.
It was good.
I didn't fall asleep after I ate, which I think is good.
Well, I watched the Illini basketball game.
Yeah.
I stayed awake.
They were hot.
But I was tired last night.
Illinois got all it takes to be in the Sweet 16. They just need somebody to guard the rim. They don't have a real powerful defender around the paint, I think.
Well, Arkansas is a good team.
Yeah, but you saw Alabama just do that lob dunk. Nobody on our team can jump up that high.
We're going to learn.
Well,
these guys
how do you learn to jump another foot or two?
Well, jump rope.
Jump rope. I never thought of that.
Don Fortney.
Just have Don put you in the cheap seats and you're out of the game. Gibson. Well, David, we're rambling off here. There we go.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, we know who that is.
We do.
I have no idea.
Okay, we're going into the North Ward, what we call the North Ward.
Wait a minute, let's see here.
New school girls, look at them all cleaned up in their dresses. Mom's walking in, holding the little brother's hand.
Well, you've done a great job so far. There's grass and concrete.
Yeah.
There's cars.
Cars, yeah. Sky. Did you mention there's sky?
This photo or a Plymouth across there? See that fin? 50s.
Mm-hmm.
These look like.
I forgot that house was there and they tore that down, didn't they? Both those houses are gone.
Are you sure?
Yeah, there's Chris's house over here on the corner.
Well, that would have been Geiler's house. So you think you're looking south from the North Ward?
I'm looking southeast. Aren't I?
I forgot it. Well, I think you are.
Are you talking about the old North Ward?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which was the old high school, by the Methodist Church.
Oh, so that's the second North Ward.
Yeah, there's 3 of them.
There's 3 of them.
Right.
So do you have names on this?
You don't have names on this one.
Here is this, you think, 66?
I don't remember now. 65, I think.
65.
Well, how'd this picture get in there?
Well, how did that get in there?
This is not from 65.
I can't believe. Who was your principal in, Bucko?
Mm-hmm.
I can't believe he let that beard in high school. Back in 64, he would have pulled that out hair by hair.
I can't believe my mom let my hair grow that long. This is me with Joe Farlow. And I don't know why the picture's so big.
Well, let's picture me.
I think that's Burl Ives. Probably a history project. Joe probably did the art, and I probably
That
the report.
could be anybody. You look
Hmm.
like a hood, David. You look like a hood, like you ran with the.
I do. I look like a hooligan, don't I?
You belong in Greece. You know, you're Hecky. You know,
That's no kidding. Yeah,
I can't believe my hair was ever that long.
I think we just learned something.
we did. You were a rebel.
This was
What was
probably in the East Prairie art room because we did Illinois history over at East Prairie.
Mhm.
And Dan Hans sent me this picture. His mother had it,
yeah. It
Linda.
was like it's from American Graffiti. What was the name of that group
No,
that wore the leather jackets?
no, I can't remember that. I do remember this art room though, in the cabinetry.
Okay, we're back.
Okay, here we go.
I'm not sure. Where's the Methodist church at? Oh, there it is. There's a corner of the Methodist church. Let me get this out of the way. I'm blocking the picture.
Hmm.
No, that's not the Methodist church.
That's not a
No, it's
Methodist church.
Well, I think, yeah, let me think where we're looking here. South Ward? No, it's not South Ward. I do think it looked like Chris Hill's house.
this taller boy here looks familiar. That looks like one of the Allens almost.
Well, that's not the South Ward, is it? This is not the South Ward. It is the North Ward. Where are they coming in at, though?
Well, southward, they'd be coming in off the Niles. This is off of Sale.
I agree, but that's not the Methodist church. I'm trying to think where they're at. There's 1, 2, 3.
David, this is a little bit of a mystery.
And there's no house back there.
No,
Yeah, I don't have any names on it.
Carroll Jones.
Jack Wellens.
Jack Wellens is a city policeman. Pep parade. Getting ready for the pep parade.
This is down there's the vet building.
Yeah. Probably was that Dr. Steiner's office at the time?
It was
Yeah.
Walter Steiner. That's where Bill was given the
Yeah, death sentence.
death sentence. He's eventually going to be proven right, you know.
Eventually. Yeah. Eventually.
Looks like a pet parade.
1965.
Okay, Ruby Mata.
Let's see if I.
Looks like Donna Jolly.
That's
Yeah.
what I was thinking. I wasn't confident enough to say it, but kind of looked like Donna Jolly.
It does from the side.
Recognize anyone else?
No, I don't. Huh.
There's a Methodist
Well, there's
church.
the Methodist
There's
church.
the Methodist church.
Probably the hardest building in town to roof.
Gary Lake says we were re-roofing it, some 12 pitches, long ladders and roof jacks. OSHA would have had a stroke.
Well, they had to do the top of that
Mhm.
tower there too. Yeah, I've watched them roof that a couple of times, and it's just you almost hate driving by. Wait till you see a body come down. Oh, we're going to get these
Oh,
people.
here we go.
On the back. These are teachers. There's Phil Morris. There's
Kissinger,
Trimble.
Bob Trimble next to Morris.
These are like new teachers.
That's what it is. They've gone to the Tuscola Review. The guy on the far right, first row, is J. Clinton Taylor, who was the superintendent of schools. A lot of people forgot him. That little woman taught, little lady, she taught math, and that's Grace Moore Patrick next to her.
Holding the purse.
Holding the purse.
And right behind him is Bob Trimble with a flat top.
Well, there's three of them holding a purse.
Well, it's the middle one with a light print outfit.
Okay.
Is that Karen Briggs?
I think that's Karen Briggs. That's Ralph Briggs's wife. Just died. Had her in the paper.
Mm-hmm.
But the back row, third one from the left, is Kissinger, the band. There's Phil Morris, played 1960 graduate. Trimble graduated about 59 or 60 from Oakland. Don't know who the third guy is. Or fourth man. I don't know who that is.
That looks like Jeannie Furco, doesn't it?
No, yeah, but
Did she teach here?
Jeannie graduated in 63.
Oh, yeah. So that's not her.
Oh, there we go. My new car, my Honda, just came in, all electric. Good Lord, what's this down here on the side?
I have no idea. They're doing something to the track. Those things, it's a power thing.
Looks like my old dentist. You'd lay in there and these things just pound down in your mouth.
Wow.
I don't think they have that machine anymore.
No, I doubt it.
Here we go. Now we're going to, kids that were graduated probably 7 years later. You know, the third from the right looks like Steve Murphy. Loretta's son, Mark's brother.
That's what Danny Matthews said. Marcy Shoemaker says Nancy Lucas Crossman, center. Sherry Little Sanderson, second from right. Richard Bean says Paula Kern, third on left. Terry Becker next to Cheryl Little Sanderson, and on the far right. And then Sherry Spence Hole, second on left. And Joy Fay says next to Sherry Spencer Hole, isn't that Joyce Peck?
Did you have any name on those teachers?
Just one or two that you guys had.
So we helped a little bit on that one.
Yeah, I think you had more than what we had on Facebook.
Well, that's kind of an unusual photograph.
Mm-hmm.
half of right and left.
Yeah, I managed to cut them both off.
Yeah.
Becky Barnes Hollinsby says she thinks that's John Carmack
On the horse.
on the horse.
Looks like Stu there a little bit.
You know what? Now that you said that, it does, doesn't it?
Possibly Stu Carmack. There.
Yeah. By the tree, that could very well be his cousin, Stuart Carmack.
But he'd have been a senior then.
Nice car.
That is a good car.
Yeah, probably another old-fashioned day photo. May not be from here.
Yeah, they brought in these old Ford. Well, I wish I could. These are semi-disguised photographs.
Well,
ABC used to do the cooking for these things.
well, consensus is I think it's probably a 4-H barbecue, 4-H pork chop, and so it could have been people from over the county.
Well, the theory is you get the fire going and you hold the pork chops way up in the air.
Mm-hmm.
You don't overcook them.
Yeah, that's how they smoked them back in the day.
How long do they have to hold them up there like that?
Well, about 3 hours.
You know, out of town couple, I think.
Probably. I don't know if we can read the name on this one. Rick Woodworth.
So that's a Tolono name.
Tolono Trucking.
Yeah. Oh, you ought to know these. We know that gal on the left. Come on.
Nah, I don't.
Judy Knitz.
No,
I do
no.
have some names on this one.
Well, good. Let me have them.
Becky Barnes Hollinsby says Mary Helm and Kathy Sheeter Bundy.
Villa Grove.
Dottie Bechtel Browning says Janet Oakes and Louis Leeds, far right corner.
Well, let me see if I can get,
We
we can't even
we're
see that.
blocked out.
Yeah, that is.
Oh, that is Leeds and Oaks. We
Yeah.
got that. If we'd not had that, we would have got it.
Yeah, we'd have got that one.
Becky Hedinger says standing Lucia Warnes and Aquina. I don't know how to pronounce that last name. Weggen,
Wigan.
Wiggin. Wiggin.
Aquin Wiggins' daughter. Yeah, Louis was 2 years ahead of me. Good athlete. Big family.
I don't have any names on this one.
Like Marsha Armstrong almost on the left, my classmate.
Mm-hmm. But I don't think it is.
So you're always doubting me.
I know. That's back when girls would eat dessert.
Yeah. Looks like it's all they had.
Hmm.
I don't have any names on this one either.
Hmm.
That's Shook, Jeree Shook on the right, or Marie. Jeree's the daughter. That's Marie, the mother.
That's Dottie Bechtel.
Dottie Bechtel on the left and Marie Shook on the right.
Mm-hmm.
Farm Bureau, I think. Or what was it?
Yeah, it says Farm Bureau over here.
Yeah. That's Henry Ford and his wife.
They're driving a 1926 Ford.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't read the sign, but not from here.
That's on Central Street, right in front of the old Journal and the KFC.
West North Central. There's Louis again and Oaks, and there's Francis Browning and Dottie Bechtel.
Dottie Bechtel.
They were all married. Well, let me see. Would Louis have been married by then?
I don't know.
Francis and Dottie would have been, yeah, married. They graduated in 63, Francis Browning and Dottie. And Louis Lease graduated in 63. Was Oaks 63 also? Were all of them in 63?
I think they were.
Oh, no, excuse me. Go back to that one. Francis Browning and Dottie Bechtel were class of 64. Clayton Harrison, Eric Flume. And that's when Oaks might have been 64, but Louis was 63, my sister's class. Good looking guy.
Skinny ties were in fashion.
Yeah, skinny ties, pointy black shoes, patent leather shoes.
I don't have any names on this one either.
Boy, dessert, man, that really.
I want to go eat.
Yeah.
She worked at Tuscola National Bank. What was
That's Rosemary Graham.
Rosemary Graham, right. Gary Graham and Marcia Graham's mother.
That's Mrs. Cheval.
Ed Cheval's wife, Blanche, was that
Blanche.
Married
Flume. Eventually,
Blanche
Cheval
Flume.
died.
Married Wib Flume later.
I worked for Danville's. I worked for him for a while.
Did you?
Slave driver.
Well, everybody you worked for, you said was a slave driver. Said Louis Hedinger was a slave driver. Cappy Weather was a slave driver. Decal was a slave driver. Is that why you went back to school to become a principal?
The only person I ever worked for that wasn't a slave driver was myself.
I know. I'm going to go back to school. I have summers off.
I don't have any names on this one.
They look like that's cotton candy at a fair or something.
Old-fashioned days.
Probably probably old-fashioned days.
Parkview.
Parkview, and I think just looking at that house and plants, I'm not sure that's not what is now the Quinn house.
Well, what gets me is there's a woman on a ladder up there nailing the,
Two women working
yeah, with dresses.
in their dresses.
I don't understand the dresses thing if they're up there. Looks like they're sealing the windows.
That's right against the road going through the park. And that kind of looks like that house.
Two or three of them had that look, but that could be Quinn's.
That's
Bonnie Weatherford,
Bonnie Weatherford,
or
yeah.
Bonnie Schultz,
Chrisman.
Bonnie Chrisman Schultz Weatherford. She sang in a rock band at the WIC, didn't she?
She sang with Harold Weatherford, didn't she?
Yeah, what was that called? Harold and the Blue Tones
I
or
don't
something?
know. I can't remember.
She was a good singer. Her sister was in my class, Retzloff,
Mm-hmm.
Carolyn. Well, it looks like Janelle Patterson on the
Patterson.
left, Janelle Patterson and Richie on the right, Bon Lincoln,
Sandy
my class,
Richie.
and this is the First National Bank.
But I don't recognize the three in the middle.
Jackie Brookins said Donna Richie Lamb on the right.
Right.
And Dorothy Feeler said, I think that is Donna's sister, Sandra Richie.
I don't.
Worked at First National Bank.
She was younger than.
Wait a minute. That's not Donna.
I don't think it's Donna.
No, Donna.
Never had long hair.
No.
Well, Dorothy Feeler said she thinks it's her sister, Sandra.
Well, Sandy's.
Well,
it
is
is
Donna's sister. Yeah, that's right. Donna's sister, but that's Sandy, class of 65.
And on the left, I think is
Janelle Patterson.
Janelle Patterson from class of 63.
Her brother was
Howard Patterson, CIA out in Washington or something. Looks like Wibhold. I mean, yeah.
I didn't have any names.
A very modern speaker system here.
That's state of the art.
Well, that looks like the speaker that was up at the community building. Looks like they brought it down to use here.
Could use it to shoot down drones now.
That is a drone. I'm getting this Wibhold walking across there. I think that's Wibhold again. Could be somebody else.
Well, Tim hasn't commented, so I don't know.
Well, if Tim doesn't think it is, then I'm wrong.
Well, Thanksgiving week, you might not have been on.
George Hillard?
Almost. That's what my initial reaction was, George.
Go back to the last one. Is George Hillard out in the audience?
We're guessing. We're guessing, but
Yeah.
kind of looks like it.
This is the food bank.
These are all out of towners.
No, I'm not.
We wouldn't know them if they're.
R.C. Shoemaker says second from left is Marcia Bailey.
Jim's sister?
Jimmy Bailey's younger sister.
She was a tall girl, remember?
Yeah. Our dad was real tall. Jim
Jay
Senior.
Hartman says my cousin Marcia married to Jim Sweetenham.
Two kids in the family. Jim's mother was a Hartman. There's the famous turning of the pork chops.
Well, doing that, half of them be on the ground.
Is that Bateman on the left?
We're at. Go back. Dale. Looks like him.
Could be.
Oh boy. Looks like my cousin Mickey McGuire, but I don't know. Mickey Joe Suits, but I don't remember her playing the piano. Old auctioneer.
Hmm.
Something that looks like a little hole down there.
Hmm.
Yeah, I don't have any names.
Okay. There's Orville Fry, second from right.
Nice pants, Orville.
The old Orville Fry. And I'm trying to think, is that Doc Baker on the right?
No. Orville's presented the awards for the car show.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I'm guessing this guy's from Decatur.
Well,
Sign in the window might tell you that.
that's old Semi Solis. Souls. Jimmy Souls.
Yeah.
Souls, I remember him.
Hmm.
Now there's another fruit winner.
Now we know her.
Is that a Romine?
Oh, we had her before, maybe another week.
No, I don't know if we had her before.
Well,
It's like Sarah's mother. Who knows?
what is that? Big tomato or something?
That's a tomato.
Yeah.
That's a lot of mater soup.
They grow them big out west of town.
You get a big fruit or vegetable, you bring it to the newspaper office and get your picture taken.
Big picture.
Bill White give you $1. Okay, Bill, you know all the girls in bathing suits.
Hmm. Well, she has some sunglasses.
I don't have any names on this one, but the baby would be about the same age as me.
Well, 50-50 chance it is you.
It's not me.
Oh, that's
Ronnie Chaplin
on the right is
far
Ronnie
right.
Chaplin.
Yeah,
That was an uncle to our sheriff, current sheriff.
I'll be darned.
I coached him in Babe Ruth baseball. Good little athlete.
Girls have on their
Yeah, French hats.
the hats. Hmm. Is that you on the high dive?
That was me.
It's probably Mike up there, yeah.
They do a half gainer. There's Les Hall in the middle. Is that Les? That's not Les, is it?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, yeah. You've been too young.
You've probably got names on this.
Second and fourth from left is Kent Manier and Kevin Manier.
Hmm.
And Kathy Ring Manier says Kent doesn't even know which is which. They were twins.
Mm-hmm.
And and Scott Bechtel says definitely Kevin on the second and Kent on the fourth.
So the guy himself doesn't know, but somebody else does.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
That's good. At 50 points.
Well, Bob Manier says he agrees. Kevin is second and Kent is fourth.
You go over to Lee Williamson house, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
When Tammy Reynolds Bozer thinks next to Scott is it says could that be Scott Gillian next to Scott? I'm not sure who she's referring to, but Scott Bechtel says probably.
I was thinking that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I could tell the wheels were turning.
Yeah, slowly.
Well, that's all the names I had on that.
Yeah. Shoe?
No. He looks familiar though, whoever that kid is. Looks like a Rome. Who knows?
I do have some names when you're
This is that's a Slaughter. That's Jim Slaughter. Second from the right. He hadn't changed it a bit. And is that Bruce Rogers sitting next to him?
That's what Jim says. Jim says Doug Clay, ? Rick Jones, Bruce Rogers, Jim Slaughter, Neil Oakley. And Johnny Doherty says Mike Jones is between Doug Clay and Rick Jones. So you got Doug Clay, Mike Jones, Rick Jones, Bruce Rogers, Jim Slaughter, and Neil Oakley.
Neil Oakley on the far right.
Yep. He was always tall. He was a tall guy.
Yeah, he's a big boy.
That's what the Facebook folks say.
I mean, these guys would have been little boys when we'd all finished up by then.
No, that's not. I'm going to say it.
Who is that tall?
Tall drink of water?
Yeah, in the back. Little help here.
I don't have any names on this one.
Bobby Mattingly.
Boy, it sure is.
From Arthur, Illinois. Good old Bobby. I was a good friend with Bobby.
Ended up being a policeman in Decatur, and then
went down to Arizona. He actually
in St. Elmo, he was chief of police.
He was, and he quit, and he went to Hollywood or Vegas to become a stand-up comedian.
Huh.
Reminds me of that great line where one guy said, this is a famous comedian, and he said, when I was young, I told my parents I was going to be a comedian. They're not laughing now.
Yeah, nobody believed me, but they're not laughing now. Yeah. So what's his name?
He graduated in '66 from Arthur.
Yeah. I played American Legion baseball with him. Bobby was, I'm going to say this with great affection, Bobby was nuts.
Yeah.
What's his name again?
It's different.
Yeah, Rich McLean. I played with guys, Greg Skinner. They would do anything. I mean, they just.
Tell me his name again.
Bob Mattingly.
Okay.
Arthur.
Oh, here we go.
I don't have any names here.
Second from
Why do my
the
girls
left.
have to wear caps and guys didn't? That doesn't seem fair.
I don't know. Back in the day.
Keep their hair out of the drains.
Well, guys had long hair.
Yeah.
We saw the picture of you in high school in '83.
Yeah, that was 20 years, almost 20 years after this picture.
Yeah, but you could have clogged the drain up with that hair.
Yeah.
Rebel with a cause or out of cause.
Well, the dog is Spot. These kids are used to posing. It's like they're semi-professional posers.
Do we know who these are? The kids?
Nope. Don't have any names.
I think the dog is Spot.
He looks like a Spot.
Here we go. This is somebody you ought to know. I think they're out of towners. I think they're Arcola.
You do?
Kelly Schultz Whittington tagged Chris Cordy and said, "Is that your mom on the left?" I don't know that it is. He hasn't responded, but I don't. It looks a little like her, maybe, but I thought her hair was dark.
Didn't she?
Yeah, she worked the courthouse. I worked with her. She's a nice gal. Ron's wife. The one on the right should be identifiable.
I don't know.
Fun at the pool. You know what? The girl on the left, almost the bigger girl, looks like Connie Smith in a way, but
yeah, but
65, she would have been a freshman, I think, something like that. 66. I think she was 69
Who
or
did she
8.
marry from Arcola McElwain?
Dale McElroy.
Dale McElroy. If that's her. There we go. That's where Englehardt's house should be.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do we got?
The washing windows.
Car, we got about a 54 Chevy sitting there.
Well, we also
And
have
a 63 or 62 Ford.
63
63
or 4.
Mm-hmm. Jack Donald's up there.
Yeah, they're either, I think they're washing the windows.
Wow.
Could be tuck pointing.
I'd be more apt to think it was tuck pointing.
And that's it this week.
Oh boy, good.
Wow.
I finished that envelope from summer of 65. Next week, I've got some from the 70s lined up.
Well, I'll be no good. I was in the Army.
Well, we'll see. I haven't looked at them yet.
Nobody died on my watch in Springfield, Mass.
I lost somewhere in there. I got married 70 and I lost track of school and everything because I was working and going to school at the same time. Andrea was teaching, but I was kind of hit and miss.
You think so? You think so?
I was glad to see you come home from service.
Yeah, we played golf all summer once.
Well, that was fun.
Yeah. Yeah, the 70s are I became state attorney in 76.
Yeah. Caleb was born in
I remember Greg Skinner coming by your little house,
75.
down there on
Ohio.
Caleb was probably 2 years old, crawling around the rugrat. And I remember Skinner was an undercover cop in St. Louis. He looked like Frank Zappa on a motorcycle. He had hair down the middle of his back. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
And he was on the floor playing with Caleb, and Caleb reached up, pulled his
Pant leg up.
and there's a great big 38 special revolver. Caleb was reaching for it. Greg's just grinning. And Bill's screaming, no, don't grab that.
Strapped to his leg.
Greg talked, that was the visit. Greg talked about being undercover drug work, and he said he was with this biker gang out St. Louis County.
Mm-hmm.
He says they're sitting there watching TV. They're watching Mary Tyler Moore, and the sound's off. And every now and then they'd burst out laughing. They'd run outside and shoot their guns off. They'd come back in. They said, man, if those pigs could just see us now. And Greg's sitting there just grinning.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty dangerous work. Did you remember that when he was sitting on the floor and Caleb reached for the gun?
I remember that very well.
Oh, yeah. We all kind of froze.
Yeah.
Greg was just laughing.
He laughed.
Fearless guy. Tough nut. You want him if there's a war, you want him in your foxhole, don't you?
You better have him. Yeah.
Well, David, I'm glad to see we got you in the photo.
Yeah, it's a photo I had never seen before. And
so we're doing 65, and there's a photo from 83.
Yeah. Well, it's just threw one in there.
Okay, good.
Well, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could throw one in there, Bill and I, if you want.
Yeah, every now and then, just throwing something.
Yeah, we've never had any pictures of you two.
I know. Yeah. I was camera shy. Still am.
Yeah.
Well, David, any big news public ought to know about?
Uptown.
Yeah.
Well, we got Christmas Town coming up.
Christmas Town's coming up next weekend, I believe. Open houses. They're having a house tour thing.
Same day, yeah.
Women's Club.
We've been corrected from the cheap seats.
Yeah. House walk.
House walk is Sunday.
Sunday, yeah.
Yeah.
And we had pictures in last week.
Oh yeah. Hey, are they selling women's club selling pecans?
Yeah, Becky's selling them. Need some?
You are, Beck?
Well, I don't have any right now, but
We ate them all.
I can call and see how much. Do you just want one bag for $14?
I want one bag, please.
Okay.
Thank you.
We just made a pecan bag sale for women's club.
Looks like there's going to be a pecan pie at the Englehardt house.
Oh, I like pecan pie.
What kind of pie don't you like?
Hmm. Pumpkin.
Meat pie.
No, I like meat pie.
3.14.
Pumpkin. I don't eat pumpkin. Everyone just looks at me and, what's the matter with you? Everyone's, yeah, but I like all the other pies.
Let's see if I can find a picture here. Sue Stout made a pie, a pumpkin pie. You know how sometimes the pumpkin will crack a little in the middle when it's baking?
Is that pie?
It's the pie symbol.
Oh, the
Oh,
mathematical symbol pi.
3.14.
And that was
Yeah.
accidental?
Accidental, yeah.
I'm not
Well,
buying
the
that.
pie identified itself as pie.
Sue Stout from Arcola.
Yeah.
She's pulling your leg.
Yeah, she's pulling your pie.
Yeah.
I think she went to school here for a while, didn't she?
Tuscola?
Yeah,
Really?
I think the Raridans lived here for a while. She was a Raridan.
Yeah, in fact,
Well, yeah. Raridan's lived here.
was your class, wasn't he?
Well, sure.
Steve?
Well, he's a year behind me.
67.
Yeah.
67,
Well,
Steve.
she'd be his sister.
And then
Well, they ended up moving to Arcola, I think.
Yeah.
and then Jerry Stout's a B-Mint boy.
I think I knew that at one time.
All right. Anything else?
Well, we're gonna go shopping. It's Black Friday. Bill and I
Yeah.
we're gonna look for some
You know,
deals.
I have never gone shopping on Black Friday.
Well, it's not a good day to go shopping. Let me tell you that.
No.
Do you remember
don't
do you
wanna
remember
that.
when the mall first opened, Dave? Were you here when the mall first
man.
opened?
I think I was
Thanksgiving?
gone.
Thanksgiving night at
They were
midnight.
lining up.
They opened it up. They had spotlights shooting across the sky. They had cars. They had parking. The mall filled up. The parking lot to the west filled up. They parked across the street where Lambo's is and Burger King. And the police
Wow.
were directing traffic. I drove through there at 1 in the morning, outside coach, and it was cold out. Outside coach, they were at 1 or 2 in the morning. They were lined up, probably 100 people deep, almost all the way down to Polo. They were letting them in. As the people inside would leave, they'd let another couple in. And
Crazy.
crazy. Never saw
Wow.
anything like it. Did this for 2 or 3 years.
I know.
Which is why I've never shopped on Black Friday.
Well, nothing like standing in line 2 in the morning to buy a $300 purse.
Yep.
Oh, I think we'll probably just stay home and maybe get a hamburger. What do you think?
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea to me.
You're probably hungry by now, aren't you?
I'm getting hungry.
How about a little pumpkin pie?
The pecan pie.
We learned today that Bill doesn't like pumpkin pie, so there is definitely something wrong with him.
He doesn't like pumpkin pie.
I don't like.
Can you believe that?
pumpkin pie? No,
What's
Doesn't
wrong
like
with him?
pumpkin pie?
I just.
Everybody likes pumpkin pie. I'm not sure he's an American.
A lot of people don't care for pecan pie.
Oh no,
I
don't
like
care
key
for-
lime too.
I don't. Is it pecan or pecan?
Oh, geez, it's a nut.
You hear both ways.
Mince pie. I like mince.
kidney pie.
How about gooseberry pie?
I like that. A lot of sugar.
You and I've had a couple
Really?
pieces. Bill and I've eaten a few pieces of pie in Goodrich, Illinois.
Did I tell you it burned?
Oh, the restaurant burned.
The,
What's the name of it? Tell me.
uh,
Happy Corner,
the busy corner.
Busy Corner, Goodrich.
It's opening back up in January. Nathan would have brought pies from the busy corner yesterday.
They do homemade
But
pies.
It's been about a month or so, even longer, that the kitchen caught on fire about 4 a.m.
Huh.
They probably have 20 homemade pies there for sale.
The busy corner right off of 74, Goodfield, Illinois.
Goodfield.
It's where Ben Brace lives now.
Homemade food. Bill and I make it a habit to go to Peoria to a golf shop, Illini Golf, And I only go just because I want to eat a piece of pie at Busy Corner.
Mhm.
Yeah. All right. Anything else?
Oh, happy post-Thanksgiving.
Yes, to
Yep.
everyone. Hope they had a good holiday.
All right. We'll see you next week on Remembering Tuscola. Our sponsor this week was Elite Builders.
Thank you.
Mhm.